Morning. Welcome to my very first YouTube at my new job, my first project here. This field behind me, we have got some funding to turn it into a wetland habitat. Bit of funding for doing a couple of scrapes, making a couple of ponds, perhaps getting some wildlife back onto it. Now, before everyone gets upset, that doesn't mean rewilding. We're not trying to rewild this at all. In fact, it has been rewilded for the last, I think, about 10 years. No one's grazed it. I spoke to someone the other day that said that they topped it 10 years ago. So I don't know if it was grazed around then, but this field has not been touched for the last 10 years. Let me show you. Do you want to see the gate? Look at this. Look. There she is in there. You see? A gate. So we're not rewilding, but it is very hard to ignore that the UK is one of the most nature depleted countries in the world, which is pretty grim. And I know everyone's gonna be like, well, I see a load of wildlife, and I do, but genuinely that is nothing to what our grandfathers would have seen years and years ago. So we're trying to identify some small places around the estate, the fringes, the edges, places that are forgotten, like this little area in here. And we're gonna try and farm these a little bit differently, try and use the livestock to manage the area, to try and encourage a bit of wildlife back in, and also just make it productive. I mean, look at this. I don't even know what's in there. I have no idea. No clue. But it does lay very wet in the winter, I'm told, which I do believe. So yeah, this is my first task here, is I am gonna stick a load of sheep in there. But look at the fence. Great. Then what we're gonna do, hopefully, is graze that right out, have a look what's there, and then we're gonna identify a couple of places that we're gonna dig a couple of ponds. There's all sorts of stuff we can do in there, which we're gonna do, which is gonna be quite cool. And then hopefully this time next year, I'm gonna stand here and there's gonna be like, it's gonna look very different, very, very different. But yeah, this is what we're trying to do, just get this back to being a farm and try and not kill all the nature right up my street. So my first task was to identify what we've actually got here. Does anyone know what is even living in there? So what we did is there's a small stream that runs alongside this field, and we just set a trail camera up, and this is what we got. So one of the very first things that I filmed was a mink, and the reason I set a camera up there was because I saw a pile of teal. I'm pretty sure it was like a little teal duck, feathers, and I thought, what on earth killed that? There was no like big fox footprints around there. Couldn't work out what's done it. I was like, I reckon that's a mink. Mink are an invasive species. Back in the old day, we used to farm them for, well, I didn't personally, but people used to farm them for their fur. So there was mink farms everywhere, and then all the activists went out and released them all, and then they've gone out and just been absolute killing machines, which they are. They are unbelievable creatures for killing everything, and they've gone out and they've wiped out all our like water voles and all that sort of stuff. So when you have a mink, you have to get rid of the mink, because that cannot be running around our new wetland that we've created, because then we aren't going to get any wetland birds at all, which is kind of what we're aiming at, because it'd be nice, wouldn't it? We're trying to, within a big farming system, create little areas where, you know, other stuff can live. So do you want to see how I got on trapping the mink? Hello, we're here to trap a mink. So, never trapped a mink before. Bought a live mink trap. Got all the tools I need. Cute shovel, Chris. Thanks, guys. I don't really know how to trap a mink, so I chatted to my official, unofficial, very own mink expert, Uncle Duncan, and he said he's had a lot of success with the live traps if you put them in a bag and bury them. So it's sort of like a hole, because minks are very inquisitive. They're muscelids, and they want to go and have a little check out. So what I'm going to do is exactly as I was told, and I'm going to bury it here, and hopefully we can catch us a mink. Oh, I nearly fell in. Not bad. I apologise if the audio is terrible on this, but British summer, innit? The idea of the live trap is it goes in after some bait. There's a little pressure pad in there, it stands on it, door shuts. And then I deal with it. What do you bait a mink trap with, I hear you ask? Well, I don't know. I was told a rabbit and then like use the urine around the hole. I haven't been and shot a rabbit. I don't have one. So, chicken. We're gonna try some chicken. Also, I've got a couple of spare turkey eggs because I ordered some turkey eggs for the incubator and they sent loads, so maybe some turkey eggs. You heard it here first, folks. Right, so I'm gonna bait that, see how we get on. I still haven't caught it. It's been 4 weeks. I'm a proper novice at catching mink, can't lie, my first time. But I haven't tried 100%. I've probably put in 25% effort. I can definitely ramp things up. We've bought a new trap and we've made it loads better. So made a much cooler like tunnel for it to go and look in. But I haven't actually picked the mink up on the trail camera for a couple of weeks. So hopefully it's just moved away, not been hit by a car, that wouldn't be nice. Hopefully it's just moved away somewhere and is living somewhere else and is happy. So if we catch him on the camera again, we'll ramp things up. Perhaps he was just looking for a territory and just went, I don't know. Anywho, back to this. So now it is time to get some sheep in there. What I need to do is make a path around there that I can then put an electric fence out. But I genuinely can't even get in the field yet. Oh yeah, because can't use any brush cutters or strimmers or anything yet, because apparently you have to have a license for that. Because I'm an employee, I have to actually take an exam, otherwise I might actually get arrested, apparently. So what I was thinking of doing is just sort of using my truck to try and like clear a path, but I can't get in there because the gate is overgrown. So what I'm thinking is, this isn't even attached. I might just remove that section and then we can just put it back later. And then I'm just literally gonna get in there. So then, shall we? Just pop that there through. I need a weapon. Don't know if I need a license for that, but it's a bill hook. I mean, is that Toyota Hilux size? I reckon it is. Toyota Hilux coming in. I don't have any machinery other than a Toyota Hilux. So we use the Hilux for anything. The most capable vehicle on the planet. I'm not going to use my new one though, don't worry. Absolutely not. Still running our little green one, so I'm going to go and get it now. I don't think the hole's big enough. Ladies. I'm just going to take this one out as well. Still got the old truck going. Love this little beast. It is looking more and more like a Taliban hand-me-down by the day though. Right then, I think this is just a tally-ho job, so tally-ho. Now the only issue we have got is I don't know if there's any like ditches in here. I don't think there are. I don't know if there's any very wet spots either. So I guess we'll just find out, won't we? Wow, actually above the Toyota. Look at this, it's ridiculous. 8-foot brambles, is that? Probably. Wow. How are you finding this experience, Indy? God, we're gonna end up in a pond. Oh, freedom! Freedom! Right, now that is a stream or something through there, so let's just have a look. Oh, I see, look, it goes on. Oh wow, so we need to come through there. I thought this was the end, but it's not, it goes straight through there, look. Wow. Fine, fine, fine. What we need to do then is come through here. Straight through like that. By the looks of it. Cool. 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 Goodness me. Here we go, dude. We're going in. Wow. Problem is, I don't know what's the other side of them. Oh Christ. It's just all bramble, isn't it? It looks like a fence post, doesn't it? My clutch. My clutch sticks. Right. Here we go. Here we go. We've made it to the edge. Almost. Whoa. To the little stream. And that is the boundary. Now from here we've got a bit of permanent grass that side, a couple more sort of wildy areas that we're going to try and rein back in a bit, and then just the other side of that they planted some cover crops for us, so we're going to graze them a little bit later into probably like late November, early December maybe, and how well they grow. So it's a nice little route for us. We just got to get the sheep to cross this at some point. There might even be a crossing. Guess we'll find out. Oh, goodness me. Oh, that there is where my wheel was. And then that's the stream that borders us, so we're going to go along here somewhere. Mind you, I don't think the sheep will cross that, so we might be able to just fence right up to it, and then they'll eat all these stinging nettles away. So it'll give us a real good look at what's in here. And then you can see we've got another sort of area there to go on that side. And also stinging nettles, 18% protein, so they will enjoy all that. This time of year they really get stuck into them, so hopefully they'll just clear that. So we might just be able to, or maybe we'll string a line from the other side or something. I feel like this edge there, like that bramble needs to be mushed out. Cool. Well, it's fairly positive, I suppose, depending on how positive you are. It's a good job we've got that on our side. Big old tree there, come down. Probably just avoid that. We're back. I'm just gonna go around again, just make sure that we've got a nice place to put, just make sure we got somewhere to put the fence. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. So that probably looked a little bit extreme, but we just needed to sort of get in here and really have a look. Everything's sort of encroached on it so much that it's impenetrable, so had to crack a few eggs. But I mean, it's pretty gorgeous in here, isn't it? Look at that. So really what I want to do now is get this fenced, run the sheep in here, graze all of that out, they'll eat all the vegetation, and then we can really have a look and see what we're playing with. Classic sheep farmer, fence it, stick some sheep on it, see what happens. And then once this is all cleared, we're going to be able to see where we can dig a couple of ponds, and then hopefully it's going to be a really cool little spot where we can graze cattle all the way through the summer, which would be pretty cool, isn't it? We shall farm. We shall farm. Right then, tally-ho. Nature-friendly farming, mate. Yeah, baby. Morning, it's D-Day. Sheep are going in. I have been along and fenced it, as you can see. Really well fenced. Just left it slack because we're going to run them in here and into there, and they're probably going to go straight through that one.
Yeah.
Ta-da! The sheep are in. It's been 5 days. Have a look at this. Yeah, baby. This is going into, I think it's GS10 or something. It's my job to actually know that, so. Cut. No, I think it's called a GS10. So it's going to be a wetland area, because, I mean, look at it. Really wet. But this is the exact sort of thing that I wanted to be able to see. Like, the sheep have naturally found the spots for us. And so we've cleared this out entirely just using the sheep. Under the GS10 prescription, we have to manage this now with grazing. So we're going to have a Natural England chap come along and sort of say what he thinks is best for us to do here. And then what we're going to do is probably next summer get in here with some diggers and do a couple of scrapes, a couple of ponds, and then I'm going to manage this with cattle. Happy days. Right then, see you later.